By the end of today, some of you will be packing your things.
And that comes from who?
It comes from me, your new housekeeper. You asked me about Hetty.
Work on her. Gain her trust.
I can be a friend, and if you need someone to talk to, someone to confide in, then you speak to me.
And perhaps a smile?
How could you, Edwin?
I just wanted to explore, like we used to.
Will you help me to find Charles? Wherever he is, he needs to know that I had no choice.
Where should I look?
There is someone. She persuaded me to give him up. Gertrude Bottomley, whom you would call matron.
It was all change at Calendar Hall. With the new baby's arrival and Mrs. Brodie taking control, our lives were harder than before. We all tried to keep up, but the best way to help wasn't always clear, and not just for the servants. Mrs. Calendar had trusted me with her most precious secret, something that could bring trouble to Calendar Hall.
Stepmother, look!
As a foundling, I knew what it was like for a mother and child to be kept apart. Surely, it was my duty to help Mrs. Calendar find her lost son. Whatever the dangers.
Hello, Father.
Not now, Edwin. Rosamond, I've found it. I have the answer.
What answer? What's the question?
A publishing house in Mayfair sent a book on motherhood. I thought it could help.
A book. You brought me a book.
Yes. I'll just leave it here.
Your tea, Mum. Miss. Motherhood is a woman's highest achievement and greatest gift.
That's good to know. Constance, please.
The mother and child are connected as one. This most sacred of connections must not be broken under any circumstances.
Emily, can you take Constance outside?
No, I want to stay here.
Just because Constance scared away another nursery maid doesn't mean I should have to look after her. I promised I'd take Edwin for a walk.
Edwin is fine on his own. Please, look after Constance. Why won't he stop crying?
I think all babies cry, Mum. At least that's what Ada used to say.
Charles didn't. Thank you, Hetty. That'll be all. Please tell me that you found a new nursery maid. I'm not sure I can survive with William and Constance on my own for much longer.
Not yet, but my inquiries are ongoing. Only the best for your dear children.
Sheila, you see my thingy. Oh, what's it called? Menu. That's the one. You and I are like one mind. You were born to be my little scullery maid.
All in hand for the spring clean?
My kitchen is spick and span every day of the week. Today will be no exception. I'm off to check my menu with Mrs. Calendar. Carry on, girls.
Mrs. Brody, I was thinking it might be time for me to take on a new challenge outside the kitchen. And I know you're short a nursery maid, but look no further. I'm your girl.
Being in service is a gift to be cherished. One does not pick and choose their duties at will.
Sorry, Mrs. Brody.
But if you are so unhappy with your work in the kitchen, I'm sure we can find you something much more pleasing. Just for the day. Happiness does not consist in pastimes and amusements, but in virtuous activity.
There's nothing virtuous about a dirty nappy.
So, how's that promotion coming on?
Good.
Thought you were stuck in the house spring cleaning.
I need your advice.
My advice would be to get back inside before Brody sees you skiving.
No one asked you, manure boy.
Manure boy.
Jack, what are you doing?
You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I?
Master Edwin! Try to come by later. Promise? I was going to ask you to help me with something, but I can see you're busy.
No, we're here to serve. Gideon, you can do this while I help Master Edwin. We'll move by lunchtime.
But we're supposed to paint the shed too.
What are you doing here?
Good news! You and our Lizzie are going to be working together. I hear your madam's on the hunt for a nursery maid, and we could do with the Aitneys, especially now I've got baby Mabel to feed.
I tried to stop her, Aggie.
She's not working here.
What are you doing? You can't go up there. We'll do something.
Covered in filth, this door is. You want to have a word?
Yes? Oh. Can I help you?
Babies must be kept away from all intense emotions. Passion, anger, and even joy will only agitate them further. Well, this is nonsense. But I'm glad you like it. Come in.
Mrs. Calendar, the Foundling Hospital taught me that in difficult times families need to pull together. So I wanted to offer up my services just until you feel more comfortable.
Oh, really?
Honestly, she practically raised next door's little ones single-handedly. They don't call her the baby whisperer for nothing. She's got the magic touch.
I'm afraid the lady of the house is otherwise occupied today, as am I.
Oh, we can come back tomorrow. I know we don't look like much, but you are not going to find a better nursery maid in these parts.
The nursery maid's job is to bring up the children to the highest of standards. Not just anyone can take on this role. I'm afraid Lizzie just will not do. She's not the sort we're looking for. If you'll excuse me, Agnes, please see them off.
Yes, Mrs. Brody.
Cheeky madam.
Oh, she's got better things to do than listen to the likes of you.
The likes of me? You need to remember where you come from, young lady. Well, I'm not leaving till I've had a proper hearing with the mistress.
Franny, you can't.
I can, and I will. And you can call me Franny all you like, love, but I am still your mother. And I tell you what to do, not the other way round. Lizzie, sit.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, miss.
Why don't you let me help you?
You should go inside and find something more relaxing to do.
Well, if I go back inside, my stepmother will tell me. Will you? Oh, that's perfect. I love painting. I'll get my apron.
Oh, Mrs. Brody, I've been looking for you. Emily clearly has far more important things to do than babysit her sister, so Sheila will be taking care of Constance today. Sheila does have experience with young children.
Find that girl. It seems we'll be requiring her services after... Oh. Still here. Good.
I'm warning you, she's not going to come cheap. Well, I'm sure we can agree on a reasonable enough wage.
She's too young to be a nursery maid. Only the best, she said.
I have another position in mind. To be a housekeeper is such a burden. Well, we must soldier on. Take her round to the kitchen.
Another girl in service? Money keeps rolling in. Our Stafford girl's going to be back on top in no time.
You come with me. Well, go on then, you've done enough.
Make sure you check her pay. I know what these light-fingered housekeepers are like.
Why do servants need to use the back door, Aggie?
Don't call me that, ever. I'm not... If you tell anyone we're related, I'll cut off every inch of your hair.
But what if I need your help?
You'll figure it out alone. Just like I did.
I'm sorry to give you such duties, Hetty, but with Sheila elsewhere occupied.
I'm used to the work.
Hetty, Mrs. Callender seemed rather distressed earlier. I trust taking care of her is not putting you under undue strain.
No, I'm fine.
Well, that's good to hear. But new mothers can be ever so sensitive. You will tell me if there's anything I can help with.
You said you could help. I'm trying. Maybe if you ask your father.
No. It has to be a surprise. We just need to get it right. This is important.
I might have something that could do the job. Might just wait here.
Gideon, I've been thinking, the shed's a bit boring, isn't it?
Well, it's a shed.
Why don't we liven it up, do something different?
I don't know. We should keep it simple. We don't want to upset Miss Brodie.
You don't want to be in the gardens forever, do you? You should see this as an opportunity to impress her. Please, it's a chance for me to say thank you for everything that you and the others do for us. Help you move on in the world. Oh, really, I insist. It's going to be wonderful. You'll see.
Hello. Have I let for you?
Thank you.
Ida.
Dear Hetty, I'm so very sorry, but by the time this letter reaches you, I'll be far away.
Hello?
Constance, where are you?
She's over there.
I know, but we're playing hide and seek. She's not very good at it.
Shouldn't you be in the kitchens?
I'm the new nursery maid. Well, for today at least. But as soon as Mrs. Callender sees how good I am, the job is as good as mine forever. Sheila, I'm coming!
I don't know which is more work today. Most kids are this house.
Sheila! I said I'm coming! Constance? Constance? Constance!
I was just taking these to the house.
Have you been crying?
No.
Is this about Mrs. Callender? I may be your senior, but you must feel free to confide in me. I'm experienced in matters of sentiment. Nothing you say can surprise me.
It's nothing, really.
What is it, Hetty?
It's Ida, my mother. She's leaving London.
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. Now I'm never going to see her. She's going to the coast, miles away. She's leaving me again. I'm sorry, Mrs. Brodie. I just can't believe Ida's in Bignor.
Hetty, you came to this house a dependent child, and you will one day leave a rounded woman who needs nothing and no one.
Yes, Mrs. Brodie.
I'm here to help you, Hetty. You must learn to forget about your mother. Let your work be your focus.
Take that out to the compost, will you?
Where's that?
Garden course.
Round the back next to... what do you call it? Just follow your nose. You'll find it.
What are you doing? Get down! Shan't. I like it up here. It's the best hiding place.
Not really. I found you, didn't I? Who are you?
New scullery maid. I got this, but I don't know where it's meant to go.
But I'm the scullery maid. Get down here right now, or I'll hide all your toys. I mean it. How long are you here for?
I heard Mrs. Brodie tell Agnes I was taking your work in the kitchen. Now that you're the new nursery maid.
But that's only for today.
I just go where I'm told. Your turn to hide now, Sheila. 1. Well, go on then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is useless. I'm useless.
Of course you're not. Is that what all this is about? You want to prove to Mr. Calendar you're not useless?
New baby, new hair. Now they've finally got what they wanted. One that's not broken.
Hey, you're not broken.
I know how much this meant to Father when he was a boy. It hasn't worked for years, but it's always been special to him.
So are you. And he showed you that before, didn't he? You don't need to fix this to remind him. All you need is you. Stop hiding away with me in here and get back in the house and work with him.
Going well? She's in there, fast asleep. See, I told you I could do it. Lizzie can have the kitchens. I'm sticking with Constance. She's not that bad.
Of course she isn't. Constance stuck on a rock on day 1, are you? Sure, it can't get much worse than that. Sure you'll survive longer than the last nursery maid? And the one before that. It's funny how they never seem to last that long. Guess they didn't have your magic touch. It's old Whittock I feel sorry for. Sure she misses you something rotten. Oh well, at least you're happy. What's that noise?
We'd like to play hide and seek again, Sheila.
You're right. It'd be a shame to leave Mrs. Whittock. Don't know how she'd cope without me. We're like one mind, she says. I need to get back to the kitchen. For Mrs. Whittock.
I might have an idea. Us servants, we need to stick together. Forget Constance, it's the new girl you need to worry about. If we can get rid of her, you'll be back in your oven gloves by dinner.
You're here.
Ta-da! Isn't it glorious? Well, I like it. I worked really hard. Look at my hands.
Your hands? What about my job? I'm going to get fired.
Don't be silly. Why would anyone get fired over a shed?
Because that's the way things are around here.
But it's so pretty.
No one cares about pretty. I'm going to get fired and it's all your fault.
This is my house.
And this is my job, not yours.
That's one way to treat them.
She doesn't understand. This is work. She has no idea.
Mate, that's all she knows. She was trying to help, but she shouldn't have been out here in the first place. It's not her fault she got the wrong end of the stick. Come on. We need to get some more paint. If we don't get this covered up, we're both done for.
It's not funny.
All done, now you can take it up.
Really? Thought the scullery maid wasn't allowed in the main house.
Oh, it's fine here. Mrs. Calendar doesn't go in for all those rules and stuff. You can take it up.
But I'm a mess.
Off you go. Wait. Might as well take it all up in one go.
Who's she?
Somebody trying to steal my job.
I thought you were playing nursery maid.
I was. I am. Doesn't matter. I'll be back in the kitchen in no time. Just as soon as they see her upstairs, she'll be gone.
Sheila, this isn't the Foundling Hospital. Work's hard enough. Whoever she is, we need to look after each other. All of us.
It was Agnes's idea. Fine. Thanks a bunch.
What did I do?
Cause mischief, perhaps.
My letter.
Lizzie, I'm fine, I've got it.
I'll take that.
Why? What do you want to do with it?
Give it to me. You're not supposed to be up here.
Really, Emily? Look at you.
I was trying to help.
Which was your first mistake. The servants have it hard enough without having to put up with your silly exploits. Let's try and make their lives easier, shall we?
Oh, hello.
Who did this?
I did.
No, you didn't. It's my fault. I dropped the tray.
Which one of you was it?
Me.
In which case you'll both be reprimanded.
I'm not going to lose my job, am I?
Your job?
Yes, Lizzie is our new scullery maid. I hired her this morning.
It's my fault. With me in the nursery, Mrs. Brady needed to find some extra help.
Of course, I should have taken your duties elsewhere into account. But I must say, Constance does seem taken with you. I know this was originally just for today.
We're ever so busy in the kitchen, Mum. I wouldn't want to leave Mrs. Whittock in the lurch. I should stay where I am.
Miss Whittock, yes, I understand. And of course, your job is safe. We're not the sort of house that sends staff back out onto the street. Not if we can help it.
Thank you, Mum.
Thank you, Mum.
We'll get this.
Let me help you.
Mrs. Brodie, I would have preferred that you asked me before hiring a second scullery maid.
Yes, Mum.
But as Sheila said, things are hectic enough, so I dare say we could do with an extra pair of hands. But please do ask next time. And we're still missing a nursery maid. George, you'll never guess what Mrs. Brodie...
Ah, the very person. Edwin, shall we? It was Edwin's idea. He thought it might help.
Thought it was broken.
We fixed it. Together.
Ida may have left me for now, but that didn't mean I was alone. Calendar Hall wasn't just a place of work, it was a family. And families looked out for each other, always. They make you feel complete, like me and Ida.
Will you take William in? I think this is yours. I found it in the hall.
Thank you, Mum.
I only read the first few lines before I realised. You must be very sad to see Ida go. But you'll always be in her heart, Hetty. That's a mother's real gift.
I knew that Rosamond and her son would never feel complete as long as they were apart. My duties were clear. Dear. Matron.
I don't like Hetty Feather.
You don't like Hetty Feather?
No, I don't. She's not my type.
You must be here for the croquet.
Robert Grenford. I'm here with my grandmother.
Miss Emily seems rather taken with your grandson.
They may marry, and it may be quite beautiful.
We're going to have a lovely, peaceful day.
She wants to know where her son is.